Now, Ramesh, let's start with infrastructure as an example. The deep tech space demands highly specialized infrastructure, be it labs, high performance computing facilities, and even equipment for cutting edge research. But the ecosystem in India still faces significant gaps in terms of the facilities that are needed to build and innovate at large. So, Ramesh, what specific infrastructure improvement do you think are necessary to support, let's say, the growth of deep tech startup in India?
Yeah, glad you brought that point up. It's a pretty important point because if you look at India's infrastructure per se, and more so since deep tech startups are emerging, we need to catch up with global standards, especially in specialized areas like quantum computing, AI, biotech, and so on. And deep tech relies on cutting edge research and development that includes physical infrastructure, including labs, facilities, specialized equipment for high performance computing, for AI ML research, simulations, data analysis, and so on. Even things like clean rooms for developing and manufacturing sensitive electronics, nanomaterials, and so on. And of course, testing facilities, high bandwidth connectivity, data centers, and of course, a skilled workforce, and not the least, even government support. So
Absolutely.
public-private partnerships, collaborations that can go along with academia, industry, and government to share these hungry kind of what you call infra-hungry costs and resources, incubators and accelerators. All of them play an important role. So to your question, the current ecosystem needs to build a dedicated innovation hub
Mhm.
that can be equipped with kind of high-end machinery that is required for deep tech research and so on. And we are seeing that thought building. I mean, I'm seeing various state governments talking about it on need to create newer infrastructure for the newer emerging kind of tech and so on.
Yeah.
I mean, as an example, we can look at Israel, for instance. Its startup nation success is largely due to the availability of well-funded research centers
Correct.
that foster collaboration between universities, industries, government, and so on. And India has similar tech parks kind of story, which were triggered and created for the R&D story that we had in the early 2000s and so on. But these hubs should also not just focus on facilities; they should also
Yeah.
move towards a forward-looking vision and direction where processes can move from prototype to product, and we can fast track all of those. But yeah, I mean, the thought is beginning to come there. We need to quickly scale up to get the infra in place,
Yeah.
and all of this infra can contribute to a bigger and deeper involvement on how quickly India can be part of the core 2 or 3 countries around the world who speak deep tech.
No, absolutely. You rightly pointed out that when we talk about infrastructure, we're not necessarily talking only about the hardware infrastructure or the research facilities or the physical spaces that you mentioned, right? It's also about creating a collaborative ecosystem to foster innovation, and which is a patient innovation, I would say, because deep tech is a long journey.